Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Eldritch Horror and Hastur turn 6. As usual, cock-ups. Well, made a couple, a few against myself, whereby those re-rolls, they did stack. So she could have re-rolled twice, but never mind. We'll just let that slide as we normally do. Another cock-up though I made, a real major one, was when Dexter was closing the gate in Antarctica. He rolled, well, he didn't roll 7 dice, he took 7 dice, took one off because it was -1 law check, and rolled 6 dice. He shouldn't have done that because the Book of Spells and the Arcane Assistant, they only count for spell effects. Closing a gate is not a spell effect, so I should have rolled 3 less dice, so I should have only rolled 3. I rolled 6 and got 3 successes, which means I cut one of those, all 3 of those successes might not have been rolled. Now I can't really take that back. What I can do is roll 3 blessed dice now and hope that I get a success, and then I'll feel a lot better about it. But let's see. Right, so 3 blessed dice that he should have rolled instead of 6. Come on, Dex. And he gets 2 successes, thankfully. As I say, I wouldn't have been able to take it back because there'd have been a monster surge down here. We've already generated another gate and all sorts of business. Sorry, another gate here at Buenos Aires and all sorts. So I thought the fairest would be to do a re-roll and hope like hell that I got it. Well, I did get it, thankfully. So we've managed to do that correctly in the end, if a bit of out of order. Right. Oh, so carrying on. So we're going to remain with Wendy Adams as our first player. So let's crack on with the action phase. And here we are with Wendy on Space 6. The first thing she's going to do is she is going to take a rest action. So that'll allow her to get the sanity back that she used last turn to read the Necronomicon. So she's back up to 7. She's already at full health, so she doesn't get health back. And for her next action, because she's not going to move, she is actually going to use that action to get a focus. Let's get a re-roll. So that is a very quick action phase for Wendy Adams. Next up, it's Jenny Barnes in Tokyo. And here we are with Jenny. Now, last episode I did mention that she'd sort of used Daddy to get rid of that, not Daddy, her Uncle Daniel, to get rid of that debt condition. Well, unfortunately, she can't do that because it has to be discarded as soon as you gain it, essentially, if you read her sort of passive ability that she's got. So we're into a new round, so she's sort of stuck with it. So she's going to have to actually try and get rid of it the normal way, which is, fortunately, it's through an influence test. So we can test influence. We don't get any of our acquire asset influence bonuses, obviously, because it's just a normal influence test. So, but she does get 5 dice because she does get an extra dice from the Lodge Disciple. That's who it is. So she gets 5 dice, and she does have a re-roll from the Lodge Disciple as well. And that's good because she's bloody failed. Whoop. So we're going to have to make a re-roll. Come on. Come on, Wendy. A 6, yes. Mind you, I should get a success rolling bloody 6 dice. Right, so she did get away with the re-roll that she got on the Lodge Disciple. That means that we can discard this card. There is a very good chance of getting a reckoning this turn. 75% chance. Because we've already lost one of our green cards. So there is 1 green card left and 3 yellow ones left in this Mythos stage. So there's a good chance we're going to get that Reckoning. So glad we got rid of that. So that's her first action. What's she going to do for her second action? Well, actually, I wasn't going to acquire assets because it's +2. But thinking about it, she should be able to get assassination, which is 4. Because if she takes a bank loan, that bank loan Uncle Daniel can pay for because it's in this round. So let's see if we can get 2 successes. Because if we can get assassination, we could take 2 off the Hound of Tindalos, which is going to make it a lot easier for Mike McGlenn. So this time we do get our 6 dice because we're acquiring assets. She's using a special action. Hopefully we'll get 4 successes anyway, but it doesn't really matter. No, we only got 1. We do get a re-roll. I still think the Lodge Disciple comes in with his re-roll. Oh, wait a minute. We had a 4 there, didn't we? I think we had a 4. So I think that's 2. Oh, I can't remember. I think we had a 4. Right, I'm going to have to check that. It doesn't matter. 2 successes, and it does matter, doesn't it? I'm going to have to check the footage. Hang on. Hello, yes, we did get a 4. It was right in the corner there, wasn't it? So we've been able to use the fine jewellery, make that up to a 5, so she has got 2 successes. No use doing the re-roll now. We only wanted the 2 successes. We're going to get a bank loan. But this time she's gone through the proper channels for this bank loan, so she can get it paid off. So we'll go through the charade. There we go, bank loan. Uncle Daniel sorts it out, goes back. And we have 2 more successes, which is great. Right, so she's going to buy Assassination, which is nice of her. They're nice, these young, like, debutante girls, aren't they? So she's bought Assassination. Normally costs 2, but price gouging. So it's getting more expensive to kill people. So service, when you gain this card, immediately choose a monster on any space. The chosen monster loses 2 health, then discard this card. So we'll discard that card. And we're going to put our 2 health. 2 wounds are going on the Hound of Tindalos because it's a monster and it's on a encounter space that we want to encounter. So while we've got a monster on it, we can't encounter the space. So let's get rid of it. It's got 3 toughness, so Michael will only have to get 1 success against it, so that's great. Now we've got to replace the asset. And we get the carbine rifle. Item weapon. Once per round you may gain 5 strength during a combat encounter. It's only once per round though. So the Tommy gun, which is +4, you can just keep firing that. Not that you should be able to, you know, not that, what's the word? You only get 1 combat round anyway against each monster. So most of the time this would be fine. But the Tommy gun's a bit better because if you're fighting multiple monsters you can keep firing it. The carbine rifle, you just get 1 shot, baby. So, but we'll put it into the reserve. Very similar to the 45 automatic. The 45 automatic is only once per round as well. So there we go. And get rid of those. And that is it for Jenny. She's going to stay there in... Oh, get out of the way so you can see her. She's going to stay there in Tokyo. Next up, we have, yes, it's Zig and Zag, down in Antarctica. And here they are, the big top boys, the strongman and the magician. So first up, it's going to be Michael McGlenn. First thing he's going to do is he's going to use Studious again. Why ever not? So he's going to use his talent. He's going to test will -1. So his will is 5 -1. He's going to get 4 blessed dice. And he gets 2 successes. Ooh, he's just missing out on that 3rd success all the time. So your exhaustive studies have left you emotionally drained. Lose 1 sanity. He's got the tattered cloak, so he doesn't. But he does get to improve 1 of his skills. So the skill he's going to improve this time is I'm going to leave influence because he pretty much steals everything anyway. But normally, because that was his next highest, I would improve that. You can't improve will or strength anymore. So what he's going to improve is going to improve law. So his law is going to go up to 3. So there we go. His law is now 3. That's excellent. And for his final action, he's going to get his 2nd and final focus. So he's now got 2 re-rolls, which hopefully will come in useful at some point. Right, so that is Michael McGlenn. Next up, we have our good friend, yeah, it's Dexter Drake. First thing Dexter's going to do is he's going to rest, because he desperately needs it. So he's going to get a health, and he's also going to get 2 sanity rather than 1. So there's his health, there's his 2 sanity. Why is he getting 2 sanity? Well, he's getting 2 sanity because of the King James Bible. Just a refresher, seeing as this particular feature of this asset hasn't come into play yet. Just at the bottom there, when you perform a rest action, recover 1 additional sanity. So he's up to 4 sanity. That's good. Right. So he's done that, and then he's going to cast a spell. And he's going to cast Plumb the Void. There is a chance we may get an extra action out of this as well. So that could be pretty cool. So, test law -1. If you pass, you move an investigator of your choice to any space. So there we go. We'll keep that 5 and 6. And he will be, that's 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. 2. So it's got 7 dice. We are looking for a shed load of successes. Come on, Dexter. Bloody 1 success. Crap. But at least we've got a success. So we'll flip it over. 1 to 2. The ritual requires an exhausting amount of concentration. Lose 1 sanity. That's okay because he's still got 3 left. Yeah. So there we are. Plumb the Void has been done, and the person we're going to move, as you can tell by the way I've positioned the camera, is going to be Michael McGlenn. So Michael McGlenn is going to go across to Buenos Aires. Excellent. So that will leave Dexter down here in Antarctica, and that is the end of the action phase. So let's get on with the encounter phase. And here we are back with Wendy. So you may as well try and get the clue. Research encounters do count towards sort of being able to pick up that Eldritch token. So, and plus the fact it's the first research encounter we've actually done for Hastur. So here is research encounters. We'll give them a shuffle seeing as we haven't used it before. And let's see what we get. Right. Dun, dun, dun. We're in a city. You cash in favours to gain an audience with a man claiming to have been to Carcosa and back. Test influence. Damn it. Her influence is pathetic. She's got 1 influence. Does she get any from anywhere else? No. She's got 1 influence. She's got 1 die. At least it's a blessed die. Come on. Single die. I've missed the bloody thing. Single die. Yes. Rolling under pressure. We love it. Right, she's done it. So that's cool. If you pass, he teaches you a little of what he has learned. Gain this clue or gain one talent condition. We'll have the clue. Thank you very much. So we get the clue. He now has a clue and a focus. So get rid of that. And what we will do now is we will spend 2 of our sanity. So she goes down to 5. We will gain a madness condition. So here they are. Oh, okay, saw the back then. Right, do that and cut. What do we get? Despair. What are you despairing for? You're doing great. Madness. When you perform a rest action, you cannot recover sanity. Oh, no. On a reckoning, you lose 1 sanity. I bet something bad happens and then it says flip it back. So, hopefully, if we get a reckoning this turn... Oh, we're going to lose 1 sanity anyway. And then hopefully on the back we'll get a chance to get rid of it. Oh, not the best, not the best. Perhaps I should have gone for the talent condition. I might have got... what is it? I might have got this headstrong or something. What is it? Hang on, I'll have a look. Is it resilient? No, it might be headstrong, I think. Headstrong. When you would lose sanity, you can test like will to try not to lose it. Yeah, perhaps I should have. But clues come in. You never know. Right, okie coke. So this now goes on the mystery. So we've got our first Eldritch token on the mystery. Brilliant. Right, next up we've got Jenny Barnes and she's in Tokyo. And here's Jenny in Tokyo. And yes, it's the usual. It's the usual. Good job we're not playing vanilla. We'd have done every single Far East location by now. With just 8 cards, I think. Right, let's flip it over. Tokyo. Brilliant physicist Antoro Nagioka offers you a deal. Oh no. Saying he can use spatial disruptions as a weapon. You may gain an agreement condition to discard 1 monster on any space with toughness equal to or less than the number of gates on the game board. We've only got 2. So, no thank you. I'm not a big one for agreement conditions anyway. So, we won't bother. Thank you very much. So, we're not going to do that. That still counts as resolving the encounter though. So she's going to spend 2 of these. And she's going to draw a madness condition. Oh, this is going to be grim, isn't it, on the reckoning. We ready for a good 20-minute reckoning? And we get... Amnesia. When you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, discard this card. On a reckoning, we get to test will. So, she's beginning to forget everything. And that is another madness condition. But it is also another Eldritch token on the card. Cool. So we've got 2 on the card. We are a quarter of the way there to solving this mystery. That is it for Jenny. Next up, it's Michael McGlenn. He's in Buenos Aires and he's going after the Hound of Buenos Aires. Here's Mike, here's Buenos Aires, and here is the Hound of Tindalos. So it's already got 2 health on it, thanks to assassination. So first of all, we've got to do a will test, and we need at least 2 successes. But he's in combat, so he does get 7 dice, and he is blessed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it a -1? No, it isn't, so he gets his full 7. Where's my dice cut? It's over here. And he gets a load of successes, so that's fine. He's past that. He doesn't lose any sanity. And next up, it's a strength test -1. He's got 6, 10, 9 dice. We've just rolled 7, so I need 2 more. And he needs 1 success. Oh, well, really, he needs 3. He needs 3 to avoid losing a health. But we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's fine. We've got rid of the Hound of Tindalos. I can't say I'm sorry to see it go. And get rid of those. Excellent. Move that across, and that is fantastic. Now I'm just going to check the mystery, because I'm not sure whether you can close a gate or not. Whether that counts as an encounter. So let's just have a look. Here it is. After an investigation on a space containing an Eldritch token, resolves a location encounter or research encounter. So doesn't mention otherworld encounter. We're going to have to do the location encounter. That's okay. I would have preferred to do the gate, but c'est la vie. And Buenos Aires. Now this, let's have a think before I just go straight in and get a Buenos Aires card. It's all ritual spells and something. He has got 3 law. Yeah, we'll go for it. I was just wondering whether I should just do a generic city one. But yeah, he's got 3 law. He is blessed. So we'll risk it for a biscuit. Might get something decent. Right, so there we go. Cut it. Buenos Aires. You hear an old man in the Plaza de la Repubblica chanting in Coptic. Gain 1 non-incantation spell. Right, spells. Crappy shuffle. And we will cut them. And we want whatever's on the bottom, as long as it isn't an incantation. We have shriveling. Now we get shriveling. So it's a ritual, so that is an incantation. So he gets to keep that. Could have done with a healing spell that was on the top. Got healing words on the top. Right, so let's read the rest of the card. You act quickly to stop him, fearing he may open a portal. Influence -1. Oh, his influence is 3. So -1, it's 2. 2. Has he got anything that increases his influence? No, he hasn't. 2. Come on, Mike. Yes, he gets a success. That's what we like. So what happens? It's just an if you fail. So that's cool. He didn't fail, and all is good. So anybody wants to read that? There you are. Discard that. And he's managed to get a spell. And he's encountered the space. So he's going to spend 1 of his precious sanity. He doesn't have to spend 2 because of the tattered cloak. As you can see, this isn't a once per round thing or anything. You can use it as many times as you like. So if an effect would cause you to lose, oh, here it is, it's the top one, sorry. You may spend 1 fewer sanity to pay for an effect, and that's what we're doing. So instead of paying 2, we're only going to pay 1. And he still gets his madness condition though, but if you remember, he's got the psychoanalyst. So it looks like we're going to have a good trip through all these madness conditions. Whoop. And we get paranoia. When you perform a rest action, so this is another one to try and get rid of on a rest action. Hopefully we'll be able to hang on to our blessed conditions if we get a reckoning. But it's a test will, he's got good will, and he's got the psychoanalyst. So hopefully we will be able to get rid of that. Okay, put those conditions back. And that means he has fulfilled the criteria to pick up the Eldritch token. We now have 3 out of 8. That is it for Michael McGlenn. Let's bob across to Antarctica and see how Dexter's going on in the freezing wastes. The Great Drake is in Antarctica. Righto. So, what is he going to do? Well, he may as well go for the clue, mayn't he? So let's have another one of these. Let's have another of these. Another research encounter. You won't be able to get an Eldritch token, but clues are always useful. And what does he get? We are in, I think it's a sea space, isn't it, in Antarctica? It is. One of your companions points out a green light playing across the waves. You search for the source. Test observation. Observation is 2, which is pants. Does he get any observation from anywhere else? He does not. So it's just his blessing that's helping him. Go on, Dex. Oh, he does. Way! Woo! Rock and roll. Right. Sorry about that. I knocked the stand. So he's got a 6. I've got to avoid hitting that 6. Oh, he did hit it, but doesn't matter. It didn't turn over. So he got 2 successes. Try and avoid hitting the camera stand, Paul. Right, there we go. So, if you pass, you see a monk in emerald robes floating above the water. Gain this clue. Right. Woo! So, he's picked up that clue. And anybody who wants to read the rest of it, there you go, very quickly. And that is that research encounter. Very good. Right. There's no... It's a wilderness, it's a sea space, so it doesn't have an Eldritch token on. They're only on city spaces. So that is it for his encounter phase. That is it for the encounter phase in general. So we all know what that means. Yes, it's the laugh and chuckle phase. It's the mythos phase! Righto, so there we go, there's the deck of doom. So let's see what we've got. We could do with actually not getting a reckoning this turn. We could do with that green card. Then, once we're on the home straight, less than 4 sort of, what is it, less than 4 of these Eldritch tokens, then who cares? You know, we should be pretty much be able to finish it off. But as it stands, no! Let's see what we've got. Oh, it is a reckoning. Damn it. So we move the omen track. That goes round to a green comet. We don't have a green comet. I thought we did. Oh, that was Tunguska ages ago. We closed that gate. Right, so no problems there. No doom movement. And now it's reckoning, which is obviously going to take a while. So, first of all, monsters. We got rid of the Hound of Tindalos, so that's not a problem. The Dark Young has one though. The Dark Young does have one. What is it? Roll 1 die on a 1 or a 2, advance doom by 1. Well, we've still got 11 doom. Let's roll a die. We got a 3, so that's fine. Got away with that. the Dark Young back. And there is no other monster, so we've only got the one monster, that's fine. After monsters, it's the ancient one. Good old Hastur. And he's going to stick a blight on our first player, which is Wendy, is he not? Investigators as a group lose sanity equal to the number of gates on the board unless the lead investigator gains a blight condition. She does. She gets rid of it as per her special ability. Her passive. So she's able to get rid of that, and it is if she gained it. So she has paid the cost for that. So, haha, Mr. Hastur. And what's next? It is Mythos cards. We do have a Mythos card outstanding, but not for long. Because on a reckoning, we discard this card. So price gouging has finished. Which is nice. Which is nice. Nobody likes price gouging. So where's the discard pile for the Mythos? There it is. Right. Got rid of that. After Mythos cards, we have possessions and conditions. So let's go through possessions first. For Wendy, I don't think she has. Oh, she does. We have the Azure Flame. The Glamour spell. Let's have a look. On a reckoning, test law, then flip this card. She is still blessed, remember? So, her law is 3. She does have focus and clues. She gets 2 successes anyway. So let's flip the card. Azure Flame. Resolve the effect based on your test result. 2+. Your control of the magic is terrifying. No effect. Ah, bloody crap. Oh, the rubbish. I picked a rubbish one there, didn't I? Your control of the magic is so terrifying that nothing happened. What a load of... Ah. So, but at least we didn't lose a sanity. If you saw, the second one there was with 1 success, you lose a sanity. So, it was good that we rolled 2 successes. So that's Azure Flame. And then she's got these conditions. She loses a sanity. I think you just lose a sanity and don't flip the card with despair. Yeah, it's the rest action where you flip the card. So she's just going to lose a sanity. She doesn't have to flip the card. And then she has got her blessing. She needs to roll a 1 or a 2. It's bad. She loses her blessing, unfortunately. So, damn! That's going to make it a little bit harder. So that goes back. She's been despairing that much that she's no longer blessed. So that is going to make it a little bit harder for us. We can't use a focus or a clue on that particular roll. It's not allowed. So, right. So, bit of a bummer. She's lost her blessing. But let's carry on. Move that up there. It's creeping along the board. So that is it for Wendy and all the stuff she had to roll for, I believe. So let's have a look at Jenny. All Jenny has is this amnesia condition. So let's have a read. Test will. We only flip the card if we fail. Her will is 3. 1, 2, 3. Just check all the stuff because she has all sorts of stuff here. But no bonus to will. 5 or a 6, please. A 6, yes. So that was good. We do not have to flip this card, I don't think. Yeah, it's if you fail. So that's her done. Next, we have Michael McGlenn. What does he have? He just has conditions. So we'll do his paranoia condition first. Test will. Now, his will is a lot better. He's got 7 will. Oh no, he hasn't, because his cultist journal doesn't kick in. But he does have the psychoanalyst, so we'll put him there. The psychoanalyst. I think we get a reroll or something. You may reroll 1 die. Yep. So we do get a reroll. His base will is 5. So 5 blessed dice. He's still blessed. And he gets 4 successes. Doesn't even need the reroll. Paranoia. What is it? Yeah, it's an if you fail. He did not fail. So we don't have to flip the card. Now he's got his blessing. He's got to roll 1 die. He will roll one of these 6s and hope he doesn't get a 1 or a 2. He gets a 2. We've lost it. We're losing all our blessings, man. So this goes back. Oh, Hastur fights back. Right. So there we go. He has lost his blessing, but he didn't have to flip his paranoia. Unfortunately, when we do the rest action, though, next turn to try and get rid of it, it does mean that we will not be rolling blessed dice. Right, after him, it is Dexter. What's Dexter got to roll for? The only thing he's got to roll for is his blessing. Can he manage to keep his blessing? We shall see. So 1 die. A 5. Whew. So at least Dexter's still blessed. Mind you, he's the one in worse shape for actually getting any of these Eldritch tokens. What with these 3 sanity. But he'll be able to rest next turn and get to Sydney. So I think he'll be alright. Well, I keep wanting to move her to San Francisco, but she's at New Orleans, isn't she? So I think that's it for the reckoning. Right, gate time. And our gate is dun, 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 Sunny Arkham, which is a sunburst, so that's not too bad. We've still got a couple of omen trap movements till we get there. That is now in the way. So there's Arkham. Try to avoid the camera stand. And that means we get Monster. Let's get something that isn't like 3 toughness. What's this? Oh, is it a new one? And it's got a green tentacle on it. A star vampire. You just know this isn't good. Well, at least it hasn't got a reckoning on it. So it has to move somewhere though. When this monster is spawned, advance the omen by 1 unless investigators as a group spend 2 clues. We are going to spend those 2 clues. The reason is we'd go to a blue constellation gate. Doom would go down 1. Mind you, what is it? We've still got 11. Yeah. But we do get closer to the red sunburst. But you know what? Even with the red sunburst, what? We've got 2 gates open. That'll just be 2 doom movement. We'll still be on 8. We'll risk it, I think. Look at that. 4 toughness again. -1 on the will test. And you can lose 3 sanity. -2 on the bloody strength test. It's a good job like people like Mike McGlenn are tough. Take these guys on. Phew, what a bloody horrible card. Right, token. So, Star Vampire is in Arkham. At least we don't have to go there, so we can pretty much avoid it, I think. I'm glad I didn't put that Eldritch token there. I'm glad I picked San Francisco. Right, so that is the gate. You are startled by the thump of a crow hitting the ground in front of you. Within a few moments, some unknown catastrophe causes an entire flock of crows to just fall lifeless from the sky. When you look up, there is nothing but cold stars and a baleful moon. Impending doom. Oh, tentacles. Crap. Advance doom by 1 for each gate on the game board that corresponds to the current omen. So that is... Oh, this is bad, innit? We're just going to get a load of doom movement. So we've got a blue constellation. There's one gate. So that takes us to a red sunburst, which means we've got 2 of those. So we do go down to 8. But at least it's another cycle again before we get back to the red sunburst. So I'm still not too bothered. So advance doom by 1. Yeah, so we did that. Went to the red sunburst. That was 2. Yeah, if we'd had no gates, we'd have still been advancing it by 1. So, yeah, seems alright. I think I've done that right. Let me know if you haven't. I'm sure you will. And that is the end of the Mythos phase. That was more like a normal Eldritch horror round, wasn't it? A few crap things did happen there. It wasn't my usual, like, wander through the tulips. Yes, things went a bit worse then. I'll go and upload this now and have a more critical look at it, and then come back with the turn review. As always, anybody who's just watched, that's it for the turn. I may come back with some corrections in the turn review, but other than that, it'll just be me whittering on about what happened and about possible tactics for next turn. If you don't want to watch any more, that is absolutely fine. Thank you for joining us so far. As it is, those of you that are going to stay for the turn review, by the magic of video, I'll see you in a minute. Hello everyone, welcome back to the turn review. Let's fix that cobblers that have just done. What a rubbish. Right, it was advanced doom, it wasn't bloody move the omen track. So, omen track is on 9, that stays on a blue constellation. We could end up going to 7. We get omen movement, which I think we're guaranteed. I think only rumours don't have omen movement, so we will lose 2 extra next turn. We're not going to shut any gate, so we will go down to 7 doom. So from 11 doom, we're down to 7. Possibly, well, absolutely. I'm not going to close a gate, so within 2 turns, we've gone from 11 doom to 7. So just goes to show how things can like change round after having, what is it? After having 6 turns with 5-6 turns with barely any movement whatsoever, suddenly it's just raced along. Right, so that's that. I'll just reposition the camera and we'll have a look at our investigators. And now we've fixed that, let's get on with the turn review. First of all, let's do Wendy Adams. So Wendy stayed exactly where she was, and in the action phase, what she did was she rested to go up to 7 sanity. Then she, what was it she did then? I think she got a focus, that was it. So she got a focus and a sanity back through a rest action. Jenny Barnes, she did a local action, get rid of that debt condition because her Uncle Daniel couldn't deal with that one. And then she actually acquired assets, and she did manage to get enough assets to buy the assassination and managed to put 2 health damage onto the Hound of Tindalos, which helped Mike out. Mike, he stayed where he was, and what he did was he used Studious and put his law up, and then he got himself another focus, which put him up to 2 focus. Dexter also stayed in Antarctica, and Dexter rested in order to get a health and 2 sanity back through. He got 2 sanity because of his King James's Bible, and then he cast Plumb the Void. Fortunately, he wasn't able to get an extra action, but he was able to send Mike to Buenos Aires. In the encounter phase, Wendy, she did a research encounter and got a clue, and then she was able to expend 2 sanity and take a madness condition, which was despair, and she was able to put an Eldritch token on the mystery. The bad thing for Wendy is from 7 sanity, she's now at 4. She could have lost an extra one as well during the Mythos phase for Azure Flame. She could be on 3 sanity, so that just shows you how much sanity you can lose in a single turn. This isn't an easy mystery. Jenny, well, she had yet another encounter in good old Tokyo. She was offered a deal, an agreement, which she didn't take. We don't have to take agreements at this time. We could have took it, because there's only at least, I think we've only got 2 turns to go. So it's not much of, you know, normally I'd have probably took it if I knew I was going to win in a couple of turns. But you know what? I didn't have to. What is it we could have got? You know, it wasn't even that good. What would happen? Let's have a look. I don't think it was even that good. So that was it. What was it? Discard 1 monster on any space. No good. Absolutely no reason to do it. So she didn't. So that was just a choice. Yeah. She didn't take it. That still counts as resolving it because it's a yes or a no. And she was able to spend 2 sanity and gain an amnesia condition. Eldritch token goes on the mystery. Michael Madeleine. Well, Michael, finding himself in Buenos Aires, he killed the Hound of Tindalos, and that was excellent, which meant he could have an encounter. He had a Buenos Aires encounter, which he managed to pass. So that was great. Got Shriveling, you know, about 3 turns too late, but we finally got Shriveling, and that's great for him. Then he did exactly the same as the previous 2. He spent 2 sanity, but he only had to spend 1 because of the Tattered Cloak, and he got a madness condition, which was paranoia, and then he put an Eldritch token on the card, so we've got 3 on the card. Dexter, he just had a research encounter, and he got himself a clue. Brilliant. Then the Mythos phase. The Mythos phase wasn't so good. We did get a Reckoning, which was bad, and what that meant was we had to go through the whole Reckoning process, and we lost 2 of our blessings. Only Dexter is now blessed. That makes it difficult next turn. When we are doing encounters next turn, we have to make sure we do not lose sanity. Even though everybody will be resting next turn, we don't want, you know, if we lose more sanity, we don't have 2 sanity for each investigator, at least 2. In fact, we need 3, because with 2 sanity, I don't think you can send yourself insane to put an Eldritch token on. So nobody can go under 3 sanity, otherwise they will not be able to put an Eldritch token on that mystery. So, and 3 of our investigators will be doing that, not blessed. So it'd been a lot better if we'd been blessed, but unfortunately we are not. So we're just going to have to toddle on and hopefully keep our sanity high enough that we can pay the price for the Eldritch tokens. So yeah, we lost those. We managed to get away with the madness conditions that we did have, so that was cool. But the next time we roll on them, and we could be rolling on 2, because some of these guys will get a second madness condition if they don't get rid of them during their rest phase, then we could have some real laughs next turn. Of course, we could get that green card, which would be great, because that'd be absolutely brilliant, because then it'd just be a doddle the turn after. But we shall see. Yeah, then I cocked up a bit with the Doom movement and the Omen Trap movement, but I got it right in the end. So we did actually go from 11 down to 9. So that was a bit grim. But yeah, we've got plenty of Doom. Yeah, we're going to lose 2 next turn, because if we get a Reckoning... Oh no, we get a Doom Trap movement with green and yellow cards, so we'll definitely lose 2 Doom next turn, because we're not closing any of those red sunburst gates, so we will be on 7 Doom. If anybody gets killed, driven insane or whatever, then obviously it will start clocking along, and we could end up getting a bit close on the Doom, but I doubt it. I think 2 turns we will do this. But the reason we'll do it in 2 turns is because of how well we did. Previously, we were in such a good position by the time this final mystery came out that we're pretty much guaranteed to win. It's just how quickly. The mystery is difficult. I know there's some people who think it isn't, but it is difficult. You know, if you're in a fantastic position to deal with a difficult mystery, then that's just why you defeat it. It's not because it's in itself it's easy. So unfortunately, we had investigators with plenty of sanity apart from one, and the one investigator that doesn't have a lot of sanity, well, he's got the wherewithal to get 2 sanity back every rest. So we're going to win. We are going to win, but it's just how quickly. Right, so there we go. What we're going to do next turn. Wendy's going to stay first player, and she's going to rest, and then she's going to move to San Francisco. Jenny, she's in Tokyo. She is going to rest, and then she's going to go to Shanghai. And Mike McGlenn, guess what? Yes, he's going to rest, and then he's going to go to Panama City. And finally, Dexter Drake, for the first turn in ages, isn't going to cast any sort of spell, though he could. He could cast Plumb the Void, but no. What he's going to do is he's going to rest, and then he's going to travel to Sydney. Everybody is going to do location encounters, and then they are going to pay. Hopefully, if they have good location encounters and don't lose any sanity, and they have enough sanity left, they are going to pay the 2 sanity and take yet another condition. Hopefully, during the rest phases that I just went through, the rest actions, they may get rid of a few of these conditions that they've already got. But as I say, the only person who's blessed is the only person who hasn't currently got a madness condition. So the others are going to have to try and hit, I think it's 5 or 6s with a single die to get rid of them. So we'll see how we go on. It may be a little more tricky and take us a bit longer, but it'll at least... We've got at least 2 more turns, because the Eldritch token on Jakarta, that won't get done next turn, even if everybody does an Eldritch token. Right, so that is it for turn 6 of Eldritch Horror and Hastur. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank you all for all the views, all the subscriptions, all the comments, and all the help and support. All the tactical sort of advice, and of course for spotting any errors, of which I at least make one an episode. So if I've made one this episode, please again let me know, and I'll do my best to fix it, or try and do a re-roll like I did at the beginning of this episode, and we'll see where we go from there. Yeah. Oh, and of course, thanks to everybody who's gone to Board Game Links, where we're on 99 likes. Woohoo! And oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, I think the channel's now got 300 videos, over 300. I think this is a 301st. So, considering we've been doing it for 14, 15 months, pretty amazing. So, 300 bloody videos, blimey. Right, anyway. Stop wittering! Right, so thank you for watching turn 6. I do hope that you join me for turn 7, but until then, This is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.